Okay, once again, I came back. As I was ready to say, the two J's of gratitude, according to Edward Arlington Robinson, renowned American poet, there are two kinds of grateful or gratitude or gratefulness, if you want to. One is related to the receiving part. Another one is related to the giver. Number one, for what we receive, for what we receive, or what has been given to us. Try to understand what we receive, for what we receive, or what has been given to us. Number one. Number two, for what we give. As the giver, if you start thinking like this, for what we give, the fruits of what we are capable of creating. Yes, the second is more about gratitude, more important about gratitude. Okay. Now we can consider gratitude as a gift in and of itself. What's the point I told? Gratitude as a gift in and of itself. So, acknowledgement of a benefit received is a gift returned to the giver. Yes, this point I want to explain. Suppose in our house, one child, maybe a son or daughter, is receiving one cup of Horlicks or complaint, whatever it may be, any baby food from his or her mother. There should be a voice from the child even. From the child even, that will energize the mother. What is that? Thanks, mom. Thanks, mom. Thanks, papa. Like this. That is actually the acknowledgement. It rewards the other person emotionally for his or her generosity. The other person emotionally rewards. And whenever we are saying, whenever the child is saying, thanks, mommy, very nice, whatever you have done, very nice. Suppose we sometimes get a cooked food in our family, we sometimes forget to say, okay, thanks, very nice, you have done well. Because try to understand, it's a part of labor even, isn't that? It's a part of time even. Try to imagine from the early morning, suppose someone started cooking this part and it's now completed after 2 or 3 hours after. And whenever you are eating, you are not showing any part at all, you are not telling any part, you are not paying. At least say, what's the matter? You at least can say, okay, thanks, very nice, you have cooked nicely. That's the part the mother is expecting, not expecting physically. But if you say, that might be the reward to her or to him, isn't that? That's why it's said it strengthens the relationship between giver and receiver. Try to understand between giver and receiver. Those who are already married, for them I'm saying, actually there are some husbands even who work outside and thinks, okay, I'm doing a lot. Okay, whatever I'm getting because I'm paying money, that's actually the matter. But the matter is not that at all in the family life, isn't that? So whenever you are getting anything else, whatever, already prepared, already cooked, and if Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. In our life also, try to understand there are some husbands who actually works outside after coming back is demanding. It's a part of demand, not a part of request at all. Not a part of request at all. And whatever he's getting actually, he thinks, okay, I'm paying money to my family. That's why she is actually giving this part. She is actually providing this cook part. It's her responsibility too. Isn't that? But we shouldn't think on that way. So if we think in a different way, okay, very nicely, you have done a lot, you have your effort is very nice, okay, the taste is very fine, something like that. There might be something different. When one can assure us that there will be no difference at all. It's a kind of taste, even the quality of something else. So on that part, one should say, okay, fine, I'm very happy to get this, like this. That will energize. So expressing gratitude, number one is the humbling part. Expressing gratitude helps us fully receive what has been given, a kind of affirmation, and as well as the gift of itself, isn't that? And second part is that we are getting empowered. Expressing gratitude helps us recognize what we can give back to the giver, even if all that is at the moment is the thank you, thank you. Only these two words we can use very easily. Isn't that? Isn't that? We can take it seriously for the betterment of our relationship, for the energy even. Try to imagine someone has already provided. Your family member is not, he or she is not, but your beloved someone already provided his or her valuable time for this purpose. Isn't that? So for that purpose, even you can use thank you. Even in our school, whenever we are in the school, suppose I'm teaching, if a student is ready to say me, thanks, sir, very nice, sir, then I'll be energized partly. It's not a dinner matter at all. We can't, as a teacher, even we can do. Isn't that? We can deny this part. No, I'm not ready. I'm not supposed to receive any thankfulness from a student as I'm a teacher. No such attitude should be shown at all. Or paying it forward, doing something for others, helping us to recognize the gifts we have and can share. Correct? We become engaged in an interactive process. Yeah. Now, think of the part that is an expectation, entitlement. Yes, we have to confess this part that we live in a culture of meism. As you know, it is already described in Gita. Isn't that me, I, with me actually? We generally say, me, it's me. I've done this. What I've done actually, what I've done, what is already provided. I'm not carrying anything from different parts from even out of the world. But narcissism is reinforced, especially manifested in personality of addicted people, not because they are all narcissistic, but because they are seemingly desperate. As you know better, those who are addicted already, they seems to be desperate. Many always felt apart from the world and never learned how to simply be a part of it. So my humble request to all, be a part of it, share it, feel it, learn it deeply by your heart. Okay, not only with the help of a pen and paper, isn't that? Wholeheartedly, we have to learn. because learning to practice gratitude is crucial for those recovering from active addiction to help them learn to engage with life. Now, what is personality trait? Can anyone share personality trait? Yeah, anyone can share. Yeah, if you want to consider gratitude as a personality trait, what is actually personality trait? Any answer? Anyone can share? Okay, I've submitted. Okay, very nice, very nice. Okay, to speak actually gratitude, if you want to consider as a personality trait, first of all, you have to speak gratitude is courteous and patient. Isn't that? We cannot deny this part. No, gratitude is courteous and pleasant, and innate gratitude is generous and noble. But to live gratitude is to touch heaven. This is actually a quoted part that I shared. In this regard, I can say people are naturally inclined to feel gratitude upon receipt of gifts or help, which are seen as having value. This part I already told you. People are naturally inclined. Consider the case in your family. Consider the case in the classroom. Suppose no one is saying, no one is saying show at all. But if any student is ready to say, thanks, thank you, sir. We are in fact happy. Okay, so that's why I'm saying actually, I'm also inclined to feel the gratitude, to feel the same also. Okay. However, in many people, gratitude reflects a natural tendency to recognize and appreciate things which usually go unnoticed. What I said? In many people, that also I told at the first time, gratitude reflects a natural tendency to recognize and appreciate things. Suppose I have the very habit. Whenever someone is standing beside me, is ready to help me, I'm ready to. Yeah. Okay. No one is ready to suggest me, okay, after this party, you have to say thanks. Not that at all. It is actually the inherent part that I actually don't know what form I did learn, but I learned somehow. Isn't that? I learned somehow. This approach to gratitude is different from hope, trust, or optimism. It sets an attitude for seeing events in life, even certain adversities as gifts. So what I told finally, it sets an attitude for seeing events in life, even certain advertised as gifts. Gratitude, that's why we're saying gratitude has one of the strongest links to mental health of any character trait. Isn't that? We cannot deny this, but mental health, that is actually the part, mental health. already learned, we already learned how to develop the attitude in our life, how to develop. Now, there should be the feedback given, isn't that? Whatever we learned in this part, whatever we learned, suppose from our society, we learned something, So I should be grateful. My attitude, my thankful attitude should be paid towards the society. Isn't that? Even from our Harappa society, we learned this also. Isn't that? So we are, suppose someone is already filled with gratitude, there should be a different body language even. There should be a positive attitude, a positive emotion, a positive psychology even. So before the concluding part, or at the concluding part, I want to say, even if you don't have any word, at least you can use thanks. You can show your thankful attitude, which will be the part of gratitude even, only by saying thanks, I'm grateful, I'm happy, like this kind of word. Here is the end of my part. I hope all of you came to know something which I wanted to share. I tried a lot. I don't know. It's you who can share your feelings, who can improve the part. I hope everything should be implemented, even in the classroom, in the office atmosphere, in every sector, every field. Thanks to all. Now, Manusha.
Thanks a lot, the resource person, Mr. Biplab Kumar Sen, sir, for your valuable and productive speech. And I hope your valuable speech help us to make our teaching effective. So once again, thanks, sir. And I would like to thank our principal, sir, and our digital group to make us, to give us opportunity, this type of opportunity. So thanks a lot to all of you. Thank you very much to join us. Okay.